When you're carving projects such as this, it becomes part of you. I mean, I'm putting my heart and effort into it, so part of my spirit goes into this. And once we have that separation of ceremony, part of me comes back to me so I could carry on to the next project down the road.
The inspiration behind that design is a tribute to all the boarding school children that never made it home. On the bottom of the carving is Mother Earth, freeing the children that never made it home, giving them to grandfather, freeing them from their boarding schools where they were buried.
These kind of spaces should just be everywhere. That's what I think. When I was asked to be part of this, it just floored me. One of the things that I wanted to ensure in the development of the concept for this important piece of work was to tell a story that comes from Coquitlam, that the community can be proud to share with the rest of the world.
It's a monumental piece for me because I'm a Simon Fraser alumni. So it's like a full circle moment where I was able to learn a little piece of my history and language on my Squamish side, and then to come back and have a pole that will outlast.
I wanted to pay homage to our people. In this case, I'm representing the Squamish people, so I decided to put the first Squamish ancestor on the bottom, and he's wrapped in a blanket. And on top is the national logo of our Squamish people, which is a thunderbird, so a protector of our people. It's a great sense of pride, letting people know that we as Coast Salish people are still here, and we still have our history and legacy of culture, a story to tell, right? Yeah.
All public artwork is very important because it was stripped of us, as you've heard through many of the speakers of residential school, and just colonization itself. It stripped us of our inheritance and of our culture, of our spirituality, our arts, and to have, an institution such as SFU shed light on that is a small, tiny step into reconciliation. But you can't really reconcile everything that has happened to us. All ethnicities of Indigenous people have a place to come and, unwind or take a little stress off their shoulders. And that was the whole purpose of this building, is to make a safe haven for not just one person, but all.
It's an honor, to let the world know, what the nations across this country went through, for like 3 generations. My grandfather, my father, and myself. And with this carving here, it'll keep on teaching and the younger generations on, what we as First Nations went through.
There's a story about a matriarch who would go down to the riverbank of the Coquitlam River where it meets up with the Fraser River. And she would go to the riverbank in the morning to have her morning bath in the fresh water. She was able to communicate with an important creature known as Sescat, and its role was to protect the forest and protect all living things from harm. The caricaturized version of it, known as Sasquatch or Bigfoot, could be seen as a folklore or folktale by Western audiences. And the lesson in the story is about the transference of knowledge, one generation to the next. The community felt like this was a good connection to make with the purpose of the SFU's Indigenous gathering space, that it's a space dedicated to the betterment of Indigenous people through the sharing of knowledge. And so in our story, we're honoring Sasquatch for its role in teaching and storytelling and its role in making connections. Below Sasquatch is a female matriarch who spoke with Sasquatch and took the messages and brought them back to the community. And she's holding a staff. The staff is a depiction of an eagle. The eagle in our story represents going the distance, like going as far as you can with your dreams.